2.
Oh, who is it, Caddy? Oh, Paul from Keller? Great, yeah, give it me. Hey, Paul, how's it going? Yeah, we can come out there today. That would be great. Awesome. All right, see you in a little bit. All right, we're going out to Keller Golf Course today. They are doing a multi-million-dollar renovation of the golf course. New grasses, new drainage, new everything, really. I mean, they're keeping the layout pretty much the same, Caddy, but they're going to change a couple holes. We'll investigate that. See how they rebuild the greens. Also, for history, we're going to have Rick Shefchik on, the leading golf historian in Minnesota. Just wrote a great book last year called From Fields to Fairways. If you're into golf in Minnesota, you should check that out. We'll also cover some kids clubs, and we'll get a blast from the past when we were out at Keller before with that great, huge tree in front of number 4. Very controversial, very interesting. So join us today on The Craig Show, where we go out to Keller Golf Course, Maplewood, Minnesota, USA. Here at Keller Golf Course with Superintendent Paul Bignell. Paul, the drainage system is being overhauled here. Why did it have to be done, and what's the process?
Well, Craig, drainage is the number one and most important thing on a golf course. If you don't have good drainage, and nothing else matters. So we put in a very extensive drainage system on the golf course this time around, and it should more than adequately meet our needs.
And the course drains well as it is, being up high on a ridge, one of the great features of the golf course. And when it was laid out, it had to drain well because they didn't have the technology to put in all this stuff. But now this is just going to make it that much better.
That is correct, yes.
Drainage. Caddy. Stinky? Drainage. What's this here? What do we got?
This is a catch basin for a drain run that empties into our wetland over here, and it actually originates way back on number six pond. So it drains quite a few holes in this area.
Irrigation. Now we get into this. What do we get here? What do we got?
This is actually a main line for the irrigation system that's been installed. All the main lines run down the sides of the fairways, and it's a triple row system, so there's going to be 3 lines of fairway heads going down each fairway. It's a $1.35 million system. We've got a new pump station. We've got a new irrigation pond installed over on the 12th hole. So lots of cool stuff happening.
Well, thanks, Paul, for explaining that we got new irrigation, we got new drainage, lots of stuff being put in to make the course playable no matter what happens with the conditions of our horrible weather here in Minnesota oftentimes, right?
Right.
New grasses, new green sites, lots of mud, dirty caddy. What's this pile?
This is actually a pile of greens mix from our number 1 green over here. And this is the greens mix from number 1 cavity from 1990 when we did a rebuild here. And this is 80-20 mix, and we're reusing it on our new tees. They'll be capped with 4 inches of this 80-20 greens mix.
Make for much better tee boxes.
Yes.
Make your way out there, and then I'll meet you out there.
Oh. Self muck, and we jump. So the greens are being all dug up and refilled. Tell me how that works, how far you go down with the greens.
Well, what we're standing in is the number 1 green cavity here, and this is actually a finished bottom in the green. As you can tell by these dots, I don't know if you can see, these are on 10-foot grids. So that means that this bottom of this green was shot. All the elevations were shot, and those figures are sent to the architect for approval, because it's very important that the bottom of the green matches the top.
Caddy, Caddy, Caddy. That's not ours. That's Paul's. All right, so that's the scoop. They're digging down, doing the new drainage on the greens, all the layers of stuff, so it'll drain great, it'll maintain the grass great, and the new grass that's going in is all going to be?
Bent grass.
Bent grass. So Paul, why bent grass?
Well, most people would agree that bent grass is probably the finest playing surface that you can have in northern climates, and nowadays the new cultivars of bent grass that are available are just they're top notch. They're disease resistant. They're drought resistant. A lot less inputs going into these grasses, so they're a lot easier to deal with than some of these. What we're looking at here is the old Pencross bent grass, which it was not the greatest, but.
What are you doing? Straightening? It's bent grass. Let it be bent. Caddy, getting a little muddy. Huh, pretty good. Number 2 has been changed as well. They've put the bunker in the middle of the fairway, which is going to give you options to either try to clear it, be brave, or you can go to the left or the right, or you can go short of it. Now, a lot of people might think that that's not fair to put a bunker in the middle of the fairway, but I'm going to tell you here right now that the fair's in August. Golf, the Craig Show, the CW Twin Cities, Sunday nights. Join me and my caddy as we investigate the best courses to play, see some of the best players, and talk about everything there is to know about golf. I love it. The CW Twin Cities, Sunday nights. That away, caddy.
Look at the shade.
Kids clubs. Looks like we got some kids clubs. What should you do for the little kids with clubs? That's what we'll talk about today. All right, kids clubs. They've improved dramatically over the years. And what's really nice is you can just buy one at a time. Like for Noel, we just got him set up with this little bag. It's nice, little bugger gets used to carrying his bag. Fits him perfectly, got this little strap on, not too expensive. This is awesome. Little driver for him. It's got the small grip, it's a perfect length. It's got some flex, but it's not so whippy like they used to be. They used to be just floppy, didn't feel like a golf club. This is great. This is from Dunlop, MaxFly, Revolution 1. Can we pay attention here? I'm doing a show. Okay, just try to listen, Caddy. Back to the kids clubs. So you give them a little wood. You get them by ages. At the store, you can buy one at a time. It's great. Golf Galaxy, Golfsmith, online, you can find this stuff. Kids clubs are great. Then try to get them a sand wedge. If their first iron's going to be anything, have it be as lofted as it can be so they have a chance to get it in the air. Make sure it's not too long, too stiff, too heavy. So an iron, a wood, putter. I cut this old one off, the old Sam Snead for the boy. Little putter that's not too long. Bag, boom. That's all you need. Dandelions, have fun. Mama had a baby and the head popped off. Hole number 1 has been changed at Keller. It used to be a dog leg that went around to the right, kind of blind, right?
Yes.
And so it was hard to see where the other group was, and if you hit it to the right, you couldn't see your ball land. And if you went straight, you'd go through into the driving range. Now the driving range is being completely redone as well, which is awesome over here. It's going to be a lot bigger with more target greens, right?
Correct. There are going to be 6 target greens, elevated target greens. It's all been recontoured. It's been raised up in the back so you have better sight lines off the tee.
Nice.
See your ball coming down.
Which is good. There's a lack of driving ranges in this area, so that's going to be good. And the old one was okay. But back to hole number 1. Instead of doglegging around, you're going to be down in the flat down there. It's going to be a straight hole. Straight away, short, par 4, get your game started into this great green perched on top of this tree, and it's going to be a wonderful start now instead of kind of an awkward start, right? So I think that's a really good design change.
Yeah, I would agree.
Now, Caddy, I had to pull you aside here because I could tell you're a little bit disturbed by what's happening out there on the golf course. I know it's all ripped up and they're changing some holes, but believe me, the grass is going to come back, and the trees, that's fine. There was way too many trees planted on the golf course. Remember, you'd get knocked around in there banging it, you'd be in jail. It'd be like Alcatraz. That was no fun. So it's going to be more open. It's going to be better turf conditions. The drainage is going to be better. And then a couple of the holes that have been changed are going to be outstanding. Remember, number 9 was kind of not really a par 5, but that's going to be a par 4 now, okay? And then the long number 10, that'll be a par 5. So you'll be able to get it down there. They're extending the green down the left. It looks great. It looks super cool. Only thing I'm a little sad about is losing that 12th green down there, but they're using that area for drainage, which is going to really help out the entire golf course, okay? So it's very important that you understand it's going to be good, and we can get back out there and deal with the troubles that you're facing. Just got to be patient with it and got to be able to, yeah, chew on that. Oh, nice, Caddy. For those of you that don't know, From Fields to Fairways was a book that was released last year, written by Rick Shefchik. Now, I could give you the history of this golf course, fine golf course, Keller, but I'd rather have Rick do it, and he should be reading to the caddy. So any of you golfers out there that love Minnesota golf, get this book. Great for the coffee table, great for discussion, awesome history.
Keller Golf Course began in 1929. Actually, the land was purchased in 1928. It was authorized in 1927, but it was the first public golf course that existed east of St. Paul after Phelan, which is just down the road here a little bit. When Herb Keller decided that they needed a golf course here and the project was approved, initially the idea was that they would hire a golf course architect to build the course, but that was going to cost about $10,000, and Keller felt they could save money by giving the job to the Maplewood, to the Ramsey County engineer, Paul N. Coates. And Paul had never designed a golf course before, but when he got that assignment, he spent his own money to take a trip to Pinehurst, where he consulted with Donald Ross and toured some of the East Coast golf courses to learn about how to build a golf course, and also went out to the West Coast to look at some of the best courses there. So by the time he came back and started making his clay models and his designs, he was well educated on the art of building golf courses and did a fine job with this place. The course opened in 1929, and by 1930, the golf course had already attracted the PGA. They started playing the St. Paul Open here at Keller in 1930. During those years, Ben Hogan played here, Byron Nelson played here, Sam Snead played here often, won it in 1937. The first St. Paul Open was won by a golfer named Light Horse Harry Cooper, and he enjoyed this area so much that during the war years, starting in 1942, he was hired as the head pro at Golden Valley Country Club. The last big St. Paul Open played at Keller was in 1965, when Palmer and Ray Floyd and Jack Nicklaus all played here. Nicklaus and Palmer got the big galleries, but Ray Floyd won the tournament. Keller no longer hosts big-time pro tournaments, but when this renovation is finished, it's going to once again be one of the great public golf courses in America. So that's the history of Keller Golf Course, Caddy. And I want to congratulate you for doing such a good job sitting there quietly listening.
Golf, the Craig Show. CW Twin Cities. Join me and my caddy as we investigate all there is to know, the finest courses, the great players, the equipment to use, what you need to know about golf. Sunday nights on the CW Twin Cities. That'll make caddy. Keller Golf Course, lots of controversy at number 4. Let's look at it. It is a 130-yard par 3 with a giant oak tree in front of the green. Some people might say it's unfair. I think it's fine. There's room to the right. You can play over it, but this is a very unique hole. If there was a lot of holes like this, then it would not be so much fun. Over the tree and on the green we go. Over the tree and on the green we go. got through the tree, but it's in the steep bunker. Let's see how Caddy cougars it out. It was the... It's a tough downhill lie for Caddy. Now he's got it on the upslope. He should be fine. Remember, for Caddy, anything lower than 7 is a good hole. Out. Good out, Caddy.
Get up there. Get up there.
Ugh. Good putt, Caddy. Yeah, good 5. Yep. Hard living. Now, Caddy. They don't have the ball markers out because they're going to cut the grass here on the tee boxes. We're playing really early. You don't have to tee off in between them. You're okay. Pick it up. Come out here and tee it up. You're fine.
Go ahead.
Nice shot, ladies.
Thank you.
Look at that.
On a cut pitch, like Tom Watson used to win the U.S. Open at Pebble Beach, famous shot, you come across the ball and slice it rather than taking it straight back and straight through. And it's an intentional slice. You slice across the ball and then it lands very softly. Lame cut. Ladies? Swinging aggressive. Nice. Nice and lame. That was a lame cut. That was well done. Do another one. Yeah. Guys, Belton. Good job, Caddy.
Not bad for him.
It's a bit strong. Caddy's daughter, the South Tiger, has come out with good technique on this shot. Learned this at the Mendota par 3. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Now, cut across that baby. Yeah, that was even skanked. That's what I like about that shot. Go in. Nice. In's good. Oh, that's pretty good. Lovely. But that was super lame.
Yeah, it was pretty.
Really lame. There you go. Awesome shot. Sweet. Lame angle cut. Gals, you in?
Yeah.
Caddy? Now, a lot of people were upset when they said they were going to tear down the old clubhouse. Classic, beautiful clubhouse. But let me tell you, folks, it needed to be torn down because it was too old. It needed to be condemned. Right, Paul? Yeah. So now we're going to have a new, beautiful facility that's going to be great for the golfers, great for banquets, good for weddings, bar mitzvahs,
Stag parties,
wine tastings,
children's birthday parties.
Maybe they'll even have clowns. I don't know. You know, there's one thing I'm tired of on golf courses, and that's trees. They're getting rid of trees out here by the bunch. 470 trees are getting knocked out of here, and I think it's great. Why? Because it's going to help the turf grass, because there's better circulation and better morning sun. It's also going to help the pace of play and the enjoyment for people. You're not in the trees hacking around all the time. You're not in jail. They overplanted this golf course like they overplanted all of our golf courses. Take down trees. Get trees off the golf courses. Let's keep that trend going. Way to go, Keller. Caddy. Not this one. This one's fine. And how long do you think it would take with this? Right, a long time. I'd like to thank Paul Dignall, superintendent of this fine Keller golf course, to help us go through the restoration process, and golf historian author Rick Shefchek to help Caddy learn what's going on, and especially our Caddy for being such a good sport out here in the mud. You're very good in the mud. Look for it next summer. Keller should be reopening with good weather. Can we have some good weather? Do we even know what good weather is anymore? All right, that's the Craig Show this week. Thank you, folks. Tees up, and then the biggest thing that they're changing is number 17 Caddy. Now you may ask yourself, why should they do all this work to a golf course, a public golf course? Why would Ramsey County want to do that? Why is Keller worthy of this restoration? Let me tell you this, it's not just the history of the golf course, it's the quality of the golf course as a golf playing experience. The green sites are fantastic. You can putt, it's so much fun to putt it. You can play it no matter what level you're at. It's not a championship course that's unplayable. You can get out there, the variety of holes is perfect. You can do everything you want. Move it to the right, move it to the left. There's shorter par threes, longer par threes, shorter par fives, longer par fives. Tremendous, tremendous golf course at Keller. And it's so great that they're restoring it. And hopefully they're going to use better sod than what Caddy would use. Good. Golf, the Craig Show, the CW Twin Cities, Sunday nights. Join me and my caddy as we go around and see the best courses, check out equipment, give you some helpful hints on how to play. Everything golf in Minnesota, Sunday nights, the CW Twin Cities. That away, caddy.